Hey everyone, it's Michael from Chess Lifestyle. So today I wanted to talk to you about how you should study chess, because honestly I feel like a lot of people want to improve their game but they don't really know how, and there's a lot of contradicting opinions online about how best to go about it. So I thought I'd give my take on it, having tried a lot of different methods, and let you know like how I find it easiest to improve for any level, to be honest. So I'm gonna say 2 words, and just if you're gonna forget everything else, just remember these 2 words: training partner. If you have a training partner in chess, it makes the experience so much easier, because I don't know anyone who really wakes up. Okay, there must be some people, but in my close circle, I don't know anyone who like really wakes up in the morning and is like, right, I'm gonna like study this calculation book for 5 hours and actually commit to it like on a regular basis. I don't know, it's difficult. It's not the most fun thing to do, so I can understand it's like really hard to stick to. But if you have a training partner and you dedicate a time each week to work on a certain book or work on some calculation from some famous games, I don't know, by having this regular schedule and you're meeting someone to do it, it forces you to actually stick to it, because you can't let them down because they need your help. And yeah, this is the other thing I wanted to get at. It's not just a training partner. When you do these sessions, you should have 2 types of sessions. One where you're the teacher and they're the student, and one where you're the student and they're the teacher. So the cool thing about this is that you don't actually have to be, like the teacher doesn't have to be better than the student. The student, if they're a worse player, they can still teach the better player as long as they know how to teach. It's like, if you think about it, like the strongest coaches in the strongest players in the world, they're coached by players weaker than them, and they can do this because they know how to teach. So the best thing you can do is find someone who you really get along with and is also as committed as you to studying chess, and set a time each week. And I'd recommend spending an hour and a half each, where the first half hour you're the student, maybe the second half hour you're the teacher, and you tackle something that you've been meaning to improve. So a lot of people say improve your weaknesses, but I've got a friend, this guy called Nicola, and he told me a really great piece of advice, which was improve your strengths. No one ever talks about it, but honestly, if you understand your strengths and you get really, really good at it, you can tailor the game to follow your strengths. So if you improve your strengths, then that's going to make the difference between you finishing off your opponent or whether you mess up in your attack. Let's say if your strength is attacking play. So I think although improving your weaknesses is useful, don't just assume because your strength is a strength that it doesn't need to have work done on it as well. But anyway, yeah, that's all I really wanted to say, was that if you find a training buddy and you find some material that you can work on, you can go through it together. I think calculation is probably the best thing you can study with a training partner, because calculation is fundamental to all levels of chess and really makes the biggest difference, in my opinion. And it's also the hardest thing to study on your own, because, for instance, if you have a calculation book, if you do an exercise, it's really hard to look at all the lines, and then when you look at the answers, you might find something new. And if you find that new variation or new sideline, you didn't actually solve it yourself. Whereas if you had a training partner, they could kind of nudge you or give you hints to help you get to the answer, which will help you train your calculation ability a lot better. So I think me and Dylan are going to upload some of our training sessions together, and just so you can kind of observe what happens, so you can either copy it with someone else, and you can learn from the actual training session itself by pausing at appropriate moments. So I look forward to hearing all of your thoughts about this way of studying, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. So see you next time. Bye bye.